I'm Lewis. I'm an apprentice brewer here at Brew Co. We're a brewery based in Middlesbrough on Cannon Parkway, and I've been brewing for about 6 months now. But previously I worked in like the taproom side and the events, which is totally different from like any pub I've ever worked in before. Like, we do some of the weirdest events you could ever imagine. We've had everything from like a live wrestling ring straight in the middle of like the brewery with like 6'6" blokes jumping off the bar, to like, we've had gigs, a gig called Palooza. It was like a mini Leeds festival. We had bands inside and outside. It was brilliant. And we've had to do quizzes every single Thursday. Like, no day's the same in the tap room or the brewery. Like, the moment we're brewing like a chocolate stout, and we've just done a sticky lolly pale, which is based off like drumstick lollies that you used to have as a kid. So if you've got a sweet tooth, like, this brewery is really going to be up your alley. We do stuff like sour beers. So we had like a bacteria in the beer which turns it to go sour, but it's a really controlled manner. So it gives like our beers just a totally different flavour and really brings in new dimensions to like how you like to drink beer. On top of the moment, we've got a Japanese rice lager, which is like a totally different lager than you'll literally ever have. Like, it's made with torrefied rice, which gives it a totally like different dimension to like a lager. It's not just like a watery kind of like watered down supermarket lager. It's thick with body. We've got like 3 different pales on. This is a micro pale ale, so it's about 2%. We've got 3 different stouts on. We've got a Slip and Miss, which is a chocolate marshmallow and honeycomb stout, closer to a chocolate milkshake than it is a beer. And then we've got some sours on. We've got a raspberry and guava fizzy dummy sour, so that's based off like the fizzy dummy sweets you used to have as a kid. And then we've got a couple of our IPAs on, which are our like what the brewery is really known for. It's what kind of like put us on the mark for like an up and coming brewery. Like, we're still a small brewery, but it's really what's getting us like sales to go across the country in different bars. We're not just like Northeast anymore, we're going international. It's really taken off.
Hi, I'm James. I'm the head brewer here at Brew. I sort of do all of the other production side of it, deal with all of that. In charge of making beers, designing the recipes, which is a pretty exciting job in itself. I don't know if anyone knows anything about Brew, but we like to mix things up, keep things very unique and different. We've done some pretty wild beers over the last few years. We tend to follow the pretty sort of standard brewing procedure. You know, everything's brewed using malts, yeast, largely hops goes into pretty much everything. We do a lot of fruity sour beers, and since I've started, we've shifted our canning in-house. We do all of the packaging in-house. We've grown quite a lot since I've started. We've sort of trebled our production output in terms of fermenting vessels. We have branched out massively in terms of where we sell our beer, where it goes to. You can find our beer in places as far as I'm aware as Singapore, and a few countries in between. We do a wide variety of beers, which is what I think helps us sort of like appeal to these wide audiences. You know, stouts, porters, fruited sours, sort of New England IPAs, lagers, and we're sort of we like to do a lot of different lagers from inspirations from all over the world, different hops, different yeasts, all of that cool stuff that keeps things interesting. We try and help our beers match the sort of like branding, which is very out there, very wild, very colourful, and we try and reflect that in the beers, which can sometimes be quite challenging, but we enjoy that challenge, and I feel like most of the time Lewis and I rise to it, although some people might tell you differently. Every day's new, every day's unique, and it's one of the things that I love about brewing, definitely, for sure.